There's a crackle in the air around Crypto.com. Arena these days, as if the stage is being set for something seismic. Rumors have been swirling non-stop, whispers in the locker room, murmurs in the press box, and a growing sense among Lakers fans that a blockbuster could be brewing, one that might reshape this team's destiny. We've heard the chatter. We've read the mock-ups. Now it feels like we're on the brink of the real thing. Welcome back to Lakers News Fan Report. If you're hungry for every scrap of Lakers intel, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe right now, and ring the notification bell so you never miss a single update on this looming three-team blockbuster. Picture this: a deal in which the Lakers, Warriors, and Hawks come together in perfect harmony. 5 players moving across 3 rosters and 2 future draft picks changing hands to create instant balance, depth, and championship viability for all parties. At the heart of this swirling maelstrom of potential lies one name that has Lakers Nation buzzing louder than ever: Terance Mann. Yes, that Terance Mann, the rising two-way guard from Los Angeles crosstown rivals in Anaheim, well, in spirit, who would suddenly find himself suiting up in purple and gold. According to league insiders, the proposed framework goes like this. Atlanta parts ways with Terance Mann and Clint Capela via sign and trade using the mid-level exception, sending them to the Lakers. In return, the Lakers ship Jared Vanderbilt and 2 second-round picks, one this year at number 55 and another in 2030, to Golden State, along with a future 2028 second-rounder that originated with Atlanta, but has bounced through Cleveland or Utah in previous transactions. Meanwhile, the Warriors send Jonathan Kuminga and Gabe Vincent to the Hawks. It's a deal that not only addresses each team's glaring needs but ignites endless speculation. Why would the Lakers covet Mann so eagerly? And how might his skill set integrate alongside LeBron and the newly arrived Luka Doncic? Let's start with Mann himself. In his first season with the Clippers, he quietly carved out a reputation as one of the league's best emerging perimeter defenders, holding some of the toughest assignments, be it Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, or any all-star swingman lucky enough to draw his matchup. He averaged a solid 7.7 points per game on nearly 50% shooting from the field and 36.8% from 3, demonstrating that his offense can keep up with his defense. But it's his versatility, his ability to guard multiple positions, navigate screens, close out on shooters, and cut relentlessly that has Lakers brass salivating. Could this be the missing glue piece alongside their superstar duo? The one defender capable of matching up with the modern wing threats of the NBA? Seasoned Lakers fans know that championship teams aren't just built around superstars. They rely on role players who can fulfill very specific duties night in and night out. Think Robert Horry's corner threes. Think Glenn Rice's catch-and-shoot prowess. Think Trevor Ariza's lockdown defense. Terance Mann might not yet be a household name, but in the right environment, surrounded by LeBron's leadership, Luka's playmaking, and a supporting cast hungry for finals glory, he could blossom into that X-factor. Imagine a lineup where he slides over to guard the opponent's best wing, then sprints back in transition for the easy dunk after a LeBron kickout. Picture him spotting up in the corner, letting fly, spacing the floor for his all-star teammates. Is it possible that the Lakers' brain trust sees in Mann the kind of role player they desperately need? But, of course, the catch is always the cost. To acquire Mann, and the elite rebounding and rim protection of Clint Capela, the Lakers would surrender Jared Vanderbilt's defensive tenacity and 2 valuable draft assets. Vanderbilt, a hybrid forward with switch-heavy defensive chops, has been a fan favorite for his hustle plays, but perhaps the front office views Mann as a more complete offensive and defensive package. And those second-round picks, draft capital that could become future rotation players or valuable trade chips, are not insignificant. Yet when a potential deep playoff run is on the line, teams often decide that proven talent trumps speculative picks. Turning to Capela, his role in this swap is equally intriguing. A classic back-to-the-basket center who dominates the glass, He would give the Lakers a true rim runner alongside their high-octane guards. In pick-and-roll action with Luka, he'd roll hard to the basket, setting sturdy screens and converting. Alley-oop lobs with ease. His addition would address the Lakers' playoff struggles against teams with dominant front courts. But at 31, with recent injury history, could Capela still provide enough minutes and energy to justify tying up the mid-level exception? This is the gamble Laker fans are debating. Experience and interior toughness now versus youth, versatility, and the promise of man's two-way ceiling. Then there's Golden State's haul, Vanderbilt, those 2 second-rounders, and that future 2028 pick. The Warriors, recognizing the need to bolster their wing defense and accumulate draft assets for a franchise inching toward a rebuild, would smilingly part with Kuminga and Vincent. Kuminga's athletic upside could flourish in Atlanta's fast-paced system next to Trae Young, while Vincent offers veteran steadiness. Meanwhile, the Hawks address their need for perimeter scoring and backcourt depth. It's a world in which every team walks away with an answer to their off-season questions. Of course, at this stage it's all conjecture. No official announcement. No front office press conference. But when league sources start sketching trade, trees that involve multiple teams, star pieces, and a handful of picks, you know there's serious thought being given. The Lakers' aggressive posture at the trade deadline hints that they're not content with the status quo. They want to maximize this championship window, LeBron's twilight years, Luka's rookie contract, and a cap structure that still offers flexibility. And if man is the piece they believe will tip the scales, expect them to pull the trigger. As fans, we're left on the edge of our seats. We pore over mock trades, scour social media for insider scoops, and dissect each tweet. From respected beat writers, could Terance Mann really be the next Laker, patrolling the wing at critical moments? Could this 3-team puzzle finally lock into place and shore up every roster? Or will negotiations stall, picks be deemed too precious, and the Lakers head into the playoffs with their current core? The suspense is electrifying. So keep your eyes peeled this week, Lakers Nation. Stay glued to this channel for every development. This storyline has all the makings of a blockbuster movie. Trades, drama, high stakes, and a cast of unforgettable characters. And while we wait for the front office to move the pieces, the only question left is, are you ready for Terance Mann to don the purple and gold? The trade buzz is only part of the story. Beyond the possibility of adding Terance Mann and Clint Capela, the ripple effects across the Lakers' entire rotation are profound. Imagine a bench unit featuring Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura flanked by Mann's lockdown perimeter defense, instantly transforming Los Angeles' depth into one of the league's most versatile second units. Suddenly, D'Angelo Russell's playmaking responsibilities could be lightened, allowing him to focus on scoring and spacing. And Jared Vanderbilt's departure, while painful for those who appreciate his hustle, could open up minutes for Max Christie or Cam Reddish to develop in meaningful playoff minutes. This is the chess game the front office appears to be playing. Sacrifice a proven defender and future picks for multi-positional versatility and a genuine rim presence center. But retooling midseason is always a gamble. The Lakers would have to integrate Mann's defensive assignments on the fly, adjust to Capela's pick-and-roll tendencies, and recalibrate rotations with LeBron and Luka already commanding the offense. Exposure to West Coast travel, back-to-backs, and playoff intensity could test their chemistry. Yet, isn't that what defines a championship team? The willingness to adapt, to embrace new roles, and to elevate each other's games under pressure. If there is one constant throughout Lakers history, it's the ability to blend star power with selfless role players who thrive in high-stakes environments. Timing, too, plays a critical part, with the trade deadline looming and playoff seeding. Hanging in the balance, the Lakers must weigh short-term gains against long-term flexibility. 2 second-round picks may not move the needle for the Hawks or Warriors immediately, but they represent potential building blocks for the future, especially in a draft class rumored to have hidden gems. Meanwhile, the Lakers would accelerate their title push by acquiring Mann's defensive IQ and Capela's rim protection right now. Could this be the perfect moment to strike? After all, LeBron's contract situation and Luka's rookie deal impose a finite window to maximize their combined superstar talent. From a salary cap perspective, the sign-and-trade for Capela via the mid-level exception is a savvy move, allowing Los Angeles to add a starting-caliber center without mortgaging future cap space. And in Mann, they acquire a player whose contract aligns with the timeline, a 3-year deal that keeps him under team control through the early peak of Luka's prime. The Lakers' front office has clearly targeted assets that fit both on-court needs and financial strategy, a hallmark of championship-caliber organizations. We also have to consider the cultural impact. Terance Mann, the consummate competitor, embodies the blue-collar ethos that Lakers fans adore. His playoff performances with the Clippers, charging the offensive glass, diving for loose balls, and hitting timely threes, have earned him respect around the league. Bringing that grit to Los Angeles would send a message. The Lakers are not just chasing star power, they are building a roster of players who share a common identity, relentless, unselfish, and championship-driven. Combine that with Capela's no-nonsense interior presence, and you have a team that could grind out wins, defend at a high level, and still unleash one of the NBA's most potent offensive tandems in LeBron and Luka. Of course, skeptics will point to the unknowns. How will Terance Mann respond to increased offensive expectations? Can Capela maintain his rebounding dominance in a new system? Will the loss of those draft picks hamper future roster flexibility? These questions can't be answered until the deals are done and the jerseys are handed out. But speculation fuels excitement, and excitement drives belief. Lakers Nation is already envisioning a starting five of Mann, Reeves, Hachimura, LeBron, and Capela. A lineup capable of switching ball screens, crashing the boards, and pushing in transition at elite levels. Meanwhile, the three-team framework also forces the Warriors and Hawks to make critical decisions. Golden State's willingness to part with second-round assets, and Vanderbilt indicates their commitment to immediately bolstering the bench with veteran rebounding and defense. For Atlanta, parting with Mann and Capela, two players who could have filled glaring needs, suggests they're truly buying into the youth movement around Trae Young and Kuminga. In this scenario, every franchise walks away strengthened, or so the theory goes. But as fans, we know trade rumors often evaporate under the glare of real-world negotiations. And let's not forget that the Lakers still have internal options. They could choose to stand pat, trusting the current core to adjust. They could explore smaller deals, adding a shooter or a defensive wing without overhauling the roster. They could wait until the offseason when more players become available. Via free agency, the front office's silence speaks volumes. Sometimes no comment is the loudest signal of intent. Are they holding all cards close to their chest, preparing a late deadline flurry? Or are they genuine in exploring every avenue to fortify this championship window right now? One thing is certain. Whichever path they choose, this season's narrative has already shifted. The mere existence of this three-team, multi-asset proposal has galvanized Lakers fans, reignited trade season frenzy, and reminded us all that front offices never rest. The pressure is on Magic Johnson's successor to make the bold move that elevates the Lakers above the pack in the Western Conference. And with the playoff gauntlet looming, the time for incremental tweaks may have passed. It's now or never to seize the moment. But what do you think about all of this? Could Terance Mann be the perfect two-way complement to LeBron and Luka? Would adding Clint Capela give the Lakers the interior toughness they've long craved? Or do you believe the front office should hold on to those draft picks and trust the current roster chemistry? Personally, I'm all in on bold moves. I want to see the Lakers swing for the fences, unleash every asset, and build the ultimate championship machine. I can't wait to read your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Lakers News Fan Report, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update on every twist and turn of this sensational season. Let's ride together through what could be the most thrilling chapter in Lakers history.